What's up, guys? CEO of One here, coming back at you. It's been a busy week here. We've been washing so many properties. This was one of our favorites from the last week here. This property itself is a software company in an undisclosed location. We're basically covering it today with sodium hypochlorite. It's a 1%, maybe 1.5% mix. Just dousing the entire building. And when you are doing a building like this and the sun is baking on it already, especially these summer months, you want to keep it good and wet. Don't let it dry up. It can cause spotting on the building. We always like to pre-wet these ahead of time just to make sure that everything is 100% ready to receive the soap or bleach, sodium hypochlorite. One of the questions I get asked the most is, John, how much did they pay for this property to be washed? Well, this had multiple things we did here. We did the outside windows, exterior windows to sound more professional. We also cleaned the sidewalks, pressure washed all the sidewalks, not the parking lot, even though technically we could have. The building wash itself on this one, I can't remember, what did we charge? $800, $900, something like that, $1,000, I believe. The entire day we did, like I said, exterior windows, pretty easy on this one with the old the water fed system would have been easy, but it had an issue that day. We did them by hand, but we washed the building, did the exterior windows, and we pressure cleaned all the sidewalks. It was $1,750, $1,700 for our little company that day, which is, a great day for two guys running their own little business. Again, a little bit of gas, a little bit of chemical costs, but it wasn't so bad. This property cleaned up fantastically. What we're doing here is downstream and house wash. Like I said, 1.5%, 1%, something like that, sodium hypochlorite. Since we're washing the building in it and we're coating this side of the building, we're going ahead and pre-treating these sidewalks with it because we know we're going to be doing the sidewalks as well. It's always a good idea. Go ahead and pre-treat early, no matter what you're doing. Just let it sit. Take a look at this steam back behind me on the windows, guys. Like I say, make sure you're just keeping everything nice and wet. It's okay if it steams a little bit, but you want to try to wet it and cool it down before you apply soap, if possible, especially on windows. Sodium hypochlorite will stick to your windows. It'll mess up your whole day if you're not careful. Like I said, we were going to do these windows anyways afterwards, so I wasn't too worried about it because we were going to give them a good scrub and squeegee or water-fed system them. So again, the main thing here is the paint. You'll notice there are some lights above my head here underneath, and we made sure to avoid those light sockets altogether just to make sure there were no issues. Most of them look like they were fairly new, no real growth on them, so it worked out pretty well. So anytime you're washing a house or a property like this, you want to go ahead and make sure you tape everything up. This little red tape you see here and here, this is just to protect their property. It's to protect any electrical outlets, make sure that no water gets in there where you don't want any water. Always take a few minutes before you wash a property and look for anything crazy, like a broken window, a hole in the building, maybe some raccoons or something. Squirrels have been trying to get into the soffit area and are tearing things up. So always look for these things before you start spraying chemical around and water around, because the last thing you want to do is spray water into your customer's house when you told them you're going to be doing a soft wash, light pressure. They don't have to worry about it blowing through their windows, and then you find out the hard way that their window broke or has a big fat hole in it. It's never good. So always take a moment, walk around the house, tape up anything that, like ring cameras, anything that you don't want to get super wet, or spray them, especially if they are wired in with the electricity from the house, as opposed to being like a battery operated sealed up device that's used to getting wet. We always take a moment, just kind of tape everything up. It's easy to do. Make sure you don't use duct tape. We like to use this red tape here, and it's just because it doesn't stick as much. Painter's tape will work, but if you get it wet enough, it'll just turn into very, very weak material and can let water through. So you definitely want to be careful with what type of tape you choose, because you don't want it to leave residue on the customer's building or house, and you sure don't want it pulling off paint right around something. Look at this guy here. Hey, hard at work as usual. What a great team, guys. Anyways, make sure you take that moment, tape everything up, look for any fire hazards, look for any holes in the building that's going to let soap and water in. That way your customers don't have a terrible, terrible surprise. And just to recap, guys, I want to say it took us probably about 6 hours to complete this job that day. Now you have to think we were towing the big trailer. I think it's a 14-foot trailer. Had some chemical on it. Like I said, chemical cost, gasoline cost for the truck itself, which is a diesel. And we also had probably, I want to say, 2 full tanks of gas between both pressure washers. That small pressure washer you see to the right-hand side of the screen here is a Simpson. I want to say we filled it up twice. It is 4 gallons a minute. It is 4,200 psi, but that's irrelevant. It's more about gallons per minute, guys. Higher pressure isn't always a good thing, but that one is a cat pump, and it just happens to be a Boss, so it is pretty stout. Again, gas cost and everything else. I mean, a little bit of issue with a water-fed pole. Anytime you're doing a job this size, you're going to have issues along the job. Something's going to happen, something's going to break, or there'll be a small thing. Don't lose your cool. Just try to remember your job as a small business owner is to put out fires, to fix the things that come up, and make sure that you address these things and any expectations with your customers. That way you can do a great job, get paid without it being a problem. You know, while you're doing this, you're also trying to get good reviews on your Google account so that when people find your business or search for your business, they see that other people have had good experiences with your business. All of that starts with property protection, setting customer expectations, letting them know what you're going to be doing, how it's going to happen, making sure they don't walk out of the house while you're spraying the house with bleach, because that would be very bad. So all of these things kind of go into trying to get the best results on the job site. So another thing I always try to do before leaving the job, once we're getting paid, I like to let the customer know, hey, I'm going to send you a link to our Google review page. These reviews really help us get business. I also tell the customer word of mouth is a great way to help. So if we do a good job and the customer seems happy, I tell them like, hey, please tell other people, mention to your neighbors what we did, the quality of work, your expectations were met, or something like that. These things go a long way towards getting your small business more business. And remember, guys, the idea isn't to do 4 jobs and say you have a business. The idea is to have jobs coming in every day possible and getting that money. So anyways, guys, I'm CEO of One. Hope you'll enjoy the rest of this video. As always, let me know if you have any comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys. Questions, comments about gear, equipment, whatever it is. I'll try to address them, and I'll try to make a few videos about some of your questions, maybe answering whether it's about the business itself or about the physical act of doing it. Anyways, thanks so much. You guys are great. Have a good one.